So in addition to the U.S., which is where I focus my practice primarily, it's also possible to obtain patent protection basically worldwide in other countries. And there's some vehicles available to reduce the cost of doing that. Because if you were to just file patents worldwide out of the gate, it would be tremendously expensive. At a point in time where you don't know whether your invention is even valuable enough to justify that expense, at least in most cases. So what exists is something called a Patent Cooperation Treaty. It's an international agreement where you can file either initially, called a PCT application, an international application, or within a year of filing your priority application, like if you file first in the US. If within a year you file your PCT application, you can then buy yourself basically a total of 30 to 31 months from your earliest date before you have to branch out and file in the national countries. There's also available during that process, they do a search, a prior art search. They give a written opinion. You can negotiate the terms of the written opinion, but it's not binding. So most people don't, they choose not to incur that expense of the back and forth with the international examiner, basically. So they just file their priority application. Typical scenarios, they file a priority application on day one. About a year later, they file their PCT application. And then 30 months, so what is that? 18 months, roughly, later, that they file, and sometimes 19 months, they'll file in, say, Europe. That you can file a regional application in Europe, you can file China, Japan, India is becoming more popular. Lots of different, Canada is, at least for many US companies, important. And at that point, hopefully you've decided that this is valuable enough to justify that big expense of really branching out and filing in many, many different areas for the same invention, essentially.